Alright, so we're down here to get some of this iridium. When I was mining a long time ago, I happened to notice that it was down here, so I marked it because I wanted to make the rock cutter tool and come back here to get it. So I did, and it's pretty easy. It's just some diamond dust. You just make a diamond helmet, pulverize it to get 5 diamond dust. You only need 3, a circuit, a battery, and a couple titanium plates. So you just make some titanium, throw it in that plate bender, and there it goes. I generally leave them stacked until I'm ready to use them, so that since the image isn't showing up for whatever reason, it at least would show a little 2 down here. You get the rock cutter, and then you just charge it up, but then you can mine this iridium, and I think there's like 1 of these per chunk or something like that. It's pretty rare. But what this does, the rock cutter does, is that by default it has silk touch. So now I have an iridium ore block. I can figure out how I got down here. I can go ahead and when I pulverize the ore block, I will actually get 2 iridium instead of when you mine it, you just get 1 iridium. And for now, iridium is still a somewhat rare commodity for me, so that is handy. So there it goes, and I should be able to get 2 iridium. And that's what we need. So, pretty nifty, worked out fairly well. I'm just going to charge this guy back up, and I'll be back when I have a little bit more. So, gonna make some interesting stuff here. Silicon plate is something we haven't seen. I've been, oops, I ran out. Forgot that I cleared that thing. I have been electrolyzing some clay recently. And one of the things that you get when you electrolyze clay, it doesn't take too long. And there we go. So you get a sodium cell and you get some aluminum, you get a silicon cell and you get a lithium cell. And we're partially doing this for the lithium cells, so we're going to need those later, I think. And the aluminum. But the silicon cell, if you take a silicon cell and throw it in here, you get, I think, 1 silicon plate, and then you get the empty cell back. So the silicon plate, that's where they come from. And what we're going to make is we're just going to throw this generator in here. Do that. And this. You can tell what I'm going to make because it's what I've searched for already. And we've got some solar panels. And those are nice. That's some energy, but we're just going to go ahead and straight upgrade those again. So, which you could probably tell because I went and got iridium. So, I'll be back when I have some more stuff. Alright, so you take some iridium and you put it in a compressor and you get an iridium ingot. And then you put an iridium ingot in the middle of a ring of refined iron and you get some iridium iron plates. Those are always helpful. We're going to upgrade our solars to advanced solars, and we're going to need some irradiant reinforced plating to do so. And that calls for this. So we're going to need, what is that going to be? 20 of each of those. So, carbon. 20. And we're going to need an advanced alloy. Alright. And 4 of those combined with 4 of those gets us our 5 reinforced iridium iron plates. I'm just going to need, what, 40? Oh, you know what? We can't make it. We don't have any UU matter. Dang it! Didn't see that earlier. Well, that's annoying. Matter, which is the one that we have to use? Not the fabricator. Can we use a fabricator? We can use a fabricator. Oh boy. Alright, so let's see what this is going to take. A whole bunch of diamonds, and of course an iridium plate after I already converted all that. That's just going to be really? This is an industrial TNT and an implosion compressor. What is this even? A diamond dust, we have that. Some iridium ingots and an advanced alloy. Alright. We just need the one. It's industrial TNT. Oh, no problem. Alright, so we can make that. A teleporter. Yeesh. Okay, nothing. Okay, it's not scary, it's just annoying. Highly advanced. Surrounded by titanium and chrome plating. Alright. I think we can do that. Energy flow circuit. Tungsten plate. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Lapotron crystals. So 16 diamonds to make a matter fabricator. What a matter fabricator does is it takes in energy and converts it into UU matter. And it's fairly inefficient if you don't have something to speed the process up, which we don't. But we do have an excess of energy often because we don't have anywhere to store all of our energy. Alright, I'm going to start to create that stuff, and I will be back when we're ready to go. Alright, now we're over here at our rolling machine. We just put 4 iridium ingots and 4 advanced alloy, and we throw a diamond dust in there, and that's going to get us an iridium alloy ingot, which we are definitely going to want. The Lapotron crystals, pretty easy. We've made those on camera before. I simply just made a recipe for it so that it was a little quicker and easier going forward. How do you make the industrial TNT? Oh, it's just a regular crafting recipe. So I'm going to need, let's see, I need so I need 6 of these. So I'm going to need 30 gunpowder. If I have 30 gunpowder. I have 20 gunpowder. Alright, let's... How can I make some gunpowder? Saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal. Saltpeter, niter, sulfur, coal, and sir. So sulfur, coal, and saltpeter. Wait, no, that's right. So I need... Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna have to go find some saltpeter or some creepers. I'll be back. Alright, so I think we're going to do something a little bit different. Rather than having me show you every single little part of every single thing that I build, which is what I've been trying to do, I'm going to move things along a little bit because NEI shows you what you need to build, and the internet is there and you can look that up. I don't think you really need me to show you every single subcomponent of every single thing that I build. So for instance, I've got my industrial TNT now. Where did I leave it? Oh, I didn't actually take the implosion compressor. There's that. Pretty much all of this except the compressor is already in that machine for AE. So I mean, it makes it a little easier. So there's my implosion compressor. I just need somewhere to put it. I think I'm just about ready to go ahead and make some new building. This is somehow too small. So I'm going to need some more room because I have more machines and I need to build even more machines. And it's starting to become a bit of an issue. So yeah, we're going to have to sort of make a new little area for that to be in. Let's see. I might just go ahead and stick this thing, because I'm not going to be using it very much right here soon, I don't believe. Oh good, it needs a whole big deal. Why did I just do that? What? So I'm going to go make a new implosion compressor. Actually, well, if it's a whole big deal... Huh. Nope. It might be time to just go ahead and make a new building. Alright. I'm going to be back when we've got something. I'm going to try and figure out just what I want to do. I may try and end this episode before I try and build something new, and then just have that maybe next episode, or make an episode about building it, maybe, because it might be interesting what I have in mind. I guess we'll have to see. Alright, well, I'll be back when I've got that. I'm just, man. Use a wrench to get rid of your stuff. Use a wrench. Not a drill. Use a wrench. Alright, so we've reworked bees a little bit here. I reworked my setup a little bit. I need to go make some more ABRS pipes. But, so what we do is we pump it out, come around here, and what we do is just pump any bees in to the blue side, and then anything else down to black, where there are iron pipes that lead out. So that way what should happen is it pumps in a princess and a drone, and then those slots are filled. Oh, let's see if it works here. So what should happen, there are 3 bees in there. So it should pump a princess in here, a drone in here. The other drone, it should have a full inventory slot, so it should send it down the iron pipeline. That's what should happen. See if this works. One down there. Ah, and there we go. And then they will go ahead and make a diligent queen. And the reason that we're back here, so that's working and going, and we finally have an imperial queen. And she is going to make us some royal jelly that we also have gotten from some of the other ones. Majestic or Noble, I don't remember which one. So we have the imperial queen. Now we just need the industrious. I think there's 2 you need to be able to move to the next step of bees. And we're close-ish now that we have her. We're just going to let her spin around in there and produce that royal jelly, because we need a whole lot of it. So we'll also be using these to try and mutate some more up the rest of the tree. So we'll see, but I wanted to, we're finally getting somewhere with bees. Pretty stoked to have the Imperial. It has been not a small process. Oh, you can see this one versus this. This is going to be a much more compact design. You don't really need all this, I don't think. So, anyway, yeah. When we have a little bit more with bees, and we're progressing with my other build, it's going to be slightly big. We're just fillering. I don't know if that's a word. This whole area, and then we'll come back and we'll do this area, and we'll have a big area that we can do something pretty cool in. I hope. So, I'll be back as we continue to progress. I really wish that would load. That's disconcerting. Alright, be back. Okay, so we've made some progress doing some different things, and I wanted to just go ahead and show you before I got too far along, since I'm sort of not showing you every single little thing I'm doing anymore, because you don't need to know how I build a lot of stuff. So I attempted to build some more power generation with the solar boilers and these reflective mirrors, but the reflective mirrors are not really quite positioned correctly from what I read, and this thing's not really producing steam, and it's just gonna have to sort of do a little bit more work figuring out just how all this works, because I'm not familiar with it, and then repositioning the stuff. But I kind of needed the power, because I was back to a point where I am equalizing out my needs sometimes. So I needed some more power generation. I did add down here a little aqueous accumulator, magma crucible, igneous extruder to obsidian. So, and this actually doesn't need to be here, this magma crucible. At first I was going to do this and have it melt down various things into lava, and then I realized where I was, and I'm just right around the corner from my lava. Hey, that's pretty low. Anyways, I'm doing that because I need obsidian. Why is this so low? Am I actually burning through this? I'm not. I'm keeping that stocked up. But I apparently am just not able to stock this up too. Let me go and check the meter here real quick. Make sure everything over here is working fine. Okay. Lava seems to be flowing. I've been here a second ago, and yeah, there's lots of lava. And if we look at the circle of effect, you know, it's, oh, come on, it's way out here. So yeah, I think we're doing okay for now. Huh, it must just, I must have finally gotten enough lava usage that I've equaled out how much lava is coming in with how much lava is going out, maybe? I guess that might work. Anyway, so for my power needs, what I've got is I've got a storage bus here on the side of, why is there, this is just cobblestone, obviously. A storage bus on the side of my cobblestone here so that the AE system can see that I have the 790,000 cobblestone, which is handy. Mostly because I also have added, I think it's in here, yeah, the ability to take cobblestone and turn it into stone, and then I also went ahead and did the stone brick so that I could go ahead and do xychorium soil and dark xychorium, which I have sitting over here. But I needed more power. So down here, I've got another boiler going here, and I'm going to start another boiler over here. This was going to be something else down here, but it's just going to work better for this. Now these are high pressure boilers, so they're going to take longer to warm up by quite a bit, and they're going to use a ton of fuel to get powered up. So what I'm going to do is I'm still just going to do the one and see how well it's going, just to see how well our charcoal is doing. You can see it's draining charcoal at a not small rate. So I'm going to keep going over and feeding that. I'm trying to figure out how this whole little system was working quite well for a while, and then it just sort of got jammed up with oak and apples. So I think, you know what, if I put a storage bus on that instead of a import, or if I just put the apples and the oak, that should work. So let me see here. If I got one of you, one of you, and it's going to import apple and oak, then yeah, so we should be able to turn that back on, and it'll keep getting charcoal, which is good. And because it's going to keep getting the charcoal, it'll keep getting wood, then what will happen is there will be wood in here in the AE system, and it somewhere has the recipes of here. Yeah, there we go. The recipe for charcoal is here. So what ends up happening is, because boilers can pull, which I found out after I rebuilt the other ones, can pull from adjacent inventory. So what it's going to do is this thing says, hey, I need a piece of charcoal. So it says, oh, there's charcoal right here. So it pulls it over. Well, then this export bus says, ooh, there's space for a piece of charcoal here. Let me import it. And that's working great as long as there's charcoal in this guy. But eventually there won't be, but there will be wood, and it will say, I need charcoal, but I can't get charcoal, but I know how to make charcoal, so it'll take the wood it's stored and turn it into charcoal. Lots of charcoal. So that's a pretty cool little system. But I am going to have to turn this little guy on so that we can continue to get that wood. So I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to continue to work on the other project that I've been working on. You can see over here that we're sort of progressing on it. Yeah, you can tell it's going to be a little big. So I think what we're going to do is make a ziggurat over here in the jungle. I'm going to have to sculpt this whole little area a little bit as well, but I kind of want to get the ziggurat partially laid in so I just can see what the contour is going to look like. But yeah, it's not small, but it does mean that we will probably have lots and lots of room, because we're running out of room here. You know, I need more power generation. I need more room for multi-block things. I need more of this and more of that. You know, I need to set up some processing lines for some of the materials here in the barrels. I need to set up a server room, is what I think I'm going to call it, where I've got 4 or 5 of these I/O or the ME drives with bigger storage stuck in them. You know, there's stuff I need, and the stuff I need takes more and more space, and it's hard to shove it into that little area at this point. So this guy's going to give us a not small amount of space. So yeah, we'll be building on that as we go. B-wise, I had that Imperial B, and what I didn't notice is it was not a full B, full Imperial, and it did sort of screw me over and stop being Imperial, and that caused some issues, but I'm working back up, and I've got a tolerant over here. I think that's a diligent tolerant. And I've got some unwearies. Somewhere I think I have... Yeah, I'm working on nobles over here. Oh, there's nothing there. And I'm sort of progressing back through to sort of get back to where I was. Do I have anything interesting in here? Some more nobles. Some more nobles. I think majestic I don't have enough of. Diligent. And there's the majestic, yeah, but I don't have multiples yet, so I need to get more majestics. But anyway, so that's where we are real quick. I just wanted to show you the extra power that I am starting to create. The high pressure boiler is going to, I think it produces double the amount of steam, basically. So instead of running 9 boilers off each, I'll be able to run 18, or engines off each. I'll be able to run 18 engines off of each. Alternatively, what I might do is, I think you can run steam into a power converter, but I'm not sure if when you tell it, when you put the consumers and producers on the ends to convert them over to another type of energy, if it will automatically just convert that steam into MJs or EUs. I don't know, so I'm going to have to try and find that out. Do a little experimenting in my creative world and see what it does and what it's based off of. So, yeah, so let me get to work here on that boiler, and just as soon as I see how I'm doing on charcoal, I'll see whether or not I want to stick another high pressure boiler over here. Eventually I will. I just don't know if I need to do that now, or if I need to let this guy heat up fairly significantly. You know, I'm not quite certain yet. So we'll see. I'll be back. Alright, so we've just been doing a little bit of housekeeping here. Let's craft a bunch of that. Can I do that? Is it missing something? It looks like it might be missing something. So, I'm getting close. It says it's crafting it. Well, we'll just let it craft and see what happens. I'm getting close to the point where I'm going to be able to start to do alvearies. I had a bit of a hiccup with the bees, but nothing too major. You know, where I was close to the end. I had one of the two I need to make alvearies, and then I accidentally lost it. That's a wisp. But there it goes. Yeah, there are probably a number of wisps around at this point. Oh, let's go kill it. Is it gonna come for me? Come on. I hate these stupid things. Come on. Oh, these things are so annoying. Alright, well, it's moving off, so I guess that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, I had a bit of a hiccup with the bees, so I'm sort of letting them spin along, and I need some more. I'm going to need more seed oil quickly than this is producing over here. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, I'm making a big xychorium area. The problem being, flip this on. The problem being, these guys can't work with xychorium soil. And yes, I can sort of keep up with the production of fertilizer, but not really enough to keep it up there. I was hoping these things would, but it seems like they don't. So that's not going to work. So if I can't use that as fertilizer, well, xychorium soil is fertilizer, but then the planters don't recognize it because it can't till it. So what we're left with are these straw golems. So I have some straw golems that I created. Now I just have to get the xychorium going here so that they can actually have something to plant and harvest on. So I'm going to continue to assemble this. I just dug a big pit, and then I grabbed the xychorium blocks that I had and just started filling that in. That's 16, I think, or is it 16 or is it 32? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think it's 16. That way it's like you get 4. Every stack of xychorium is going to be 4 rows of that. And 16 should make it fast enough. Not like lightning quick, but it should be fast enough. Certainly not instantaneous, but why is this held up? Is it this that's held up? Well, there's 9 in there. Does it not have like a... That's why it doesn't know how to get this back. Now it should start cracking it. Yep, and there it goes. It's slowly crafting all that stuff. So I'm going to let it keep going, and then I will be back. Alright, so we're just going to end it here. We're pretty much at that time. This episode was a little bit of housekeeping. Again, we've had a couple episodes of that. Let's see. We've got the big build going on over there so that I can move my home. We've got the new farm going in over there. We're still working on bees. And we've got our new power system starting up down here. And we're getting close, you know. I believe the high pressure Steam's up to 1,000 degrees, so we're over the halfway point. Our coal production is doing good. As soon as that's emptied, it should start to refill with coal, maybe, I don't know. It probably requested it and it's cooking now. If everything has gone correctly, it is. It's not. Man, this is all laggy. Not coal. Charcoal. So we'll just request some more, but that's going to do it for this episode. Yeah. I will see you later. Have a good day.